Good Monday morning, I guess. It rained what it looks like is a lot last night and all of yesterday. We actually don't have a rain gauge up, but the yard's good and muddy. With that rain, it must have been a relatively warm rain, because yesterday, before the day was over, this new green grass that I'm seeing on the edge of the roads were not here. So the grass really loved the drink, and it must really love the warmth. Now it's not so warm because, you know, good old North Dakota, it's gotta be windy every single day, and it's cloudy and only a crisp 37 degrees. But it got the grass growing and hopefully got some of the frost out of the ground. I am running to town to run a few errands, then we're gonna get to work on the farm. It's good to see that green growing grass. Nice to see some signs of life here in North Dakota again. It's been a long, cold winter. Those of you that have been here, you know, it's not the most fun sometimes. Oh guys, look what Joey got me. A new tire! Because that tire on the disc in the last video was going bad and need a new one. So that showed up. I'm gonna have to get that mounted today. We are still, sadly and very frustratingly, waiting on parts for this planter. We're waiting on new closing wheels. The metal spikes here, these poly ones I think you call them, they got a little life left in them, but they're not gonna make the season, so we're trying to get new ones put on here. So we're still waiting on parts for that, and then I believe we're still waiting on disc cleaners. I have most of them, but I still need 9 rows worth. Then this thing's ready, and the calendar almost says it's ready. The moisture almost says it's ready. Like, everything's almost ready. We're right on the edge of getting that thing in the field. It really would be awesome, since it's wet and raining outside, to have those parts for that planter so we can get that thing done. Gives me something to do since I can't go out in the field, and all the other shop work is done. The joys of farming. I am gonna run down to the field where the disc is, grab that tire off, and I'm gonna get that thing changed while it's muddy. I really should have took it off when I was there last and brought it back. I didn't think that far ahead though. Oh, I made it here for my daily tire duties. This should be super easy to get this tire off. One, I don't need a jack because I can just go like this, start the tractor, and push the implement down. Lowering the implement on the ground conveniently lifts my tire off the ground. And in the last video, I already grabbed the impact, threw it in the tractor, so we'll get these zipped off. See this right here? It's part of the problem. You should not be seeing cords and wires. So this tire is deemed non-repairable. Finally! We really had to resort to desperate measures. I think pretty soon it might be time we invest in a tire machine on our farm. Oh, that was a job. We have another semi-load of corn seed to unload, I believe. Perfect. A bunch more seed. I know I've mentioned it before in previous videos, but I was sitting there directing him where to go, because when you're unloading a truck level with that thing, you just cannot see the pellet cord, unfortunately. And the skid steer is way down in the field with the rock bucket on it for picking rock. The mini payloader works, I guess. Oh, it's 40 degrees out and it's snowing. I guess unless you want to call it hail. I don't know, I think I'd call that snow. Freezing rain? I don't know. Freezing rain droplets. Is that hail or snow, guys? North Dakota just doesn't make sense sometimes. So I guess we're growing a lot of 89-day corn this year. This whole entire row is 89-day. 89-day is definitely pushing our growing season to the limits. But it's supposed to be a really good variety of corn, and it's looking like we got a pretty early season here too. So, well, after we got all that seed delivered and unloaded here, it was lunchtime, so I can't be missing lunchtime. And I made sure to take an extra 15 minutes to come back to see if this tire would have changed itself, but once again, it has not. So, continuing this project. Oh, when stuff was getting a little western, getting this thing off, we ended up breaking the valve stem, as you can see. Out with the old. I believe them look like they're the same. In with the new. Now, with the bead a little roughed up here, I'm not going to chance doing this twice. I'm going to put a little bead sealer on there. Good grief. Finally. There, we got it. I don't know why that was so unbelievably hard. It's a 12-ply tire, but I don't know. We struggled getting that thing off, which I thought because it was just old and dry rotted. But man, I struggled just as much getting it back on. And once again, it's hailing outside. I don't know if you can call this snow. Maybe you can. Very weird. Definitely really coming down though. It doesn't feel cold either. Like this literally feels like warm. It's weird. That's really coming down over there. Oh, new tire, new valve stem, polished the rim and bead sealer. This tire should be good for 15 years, right? Like it's brand new. With my luck, I'll end up running a screw or a rod through it on day 2 of it running in the field and have to go through that miserable process again. Will make sense on this farm, I guess. Perfect. Feel like a brand new man with that rubber on. Now, even though it rained, I'm gonna do the right thing and go start disking. Oh, I forget that down here is really sandy soil. There's one bonus side to this really sandy soil. Even in the middle of a rainstorm, or right after, the ground is so sandy it just seems to always be dry that you can just go no matter what. So, we're gonna go give her a big smoke now. Now, I am just a farmer. I am nothing else. I'm not that intelligent, but I should be a meteorologist because it's a 100% chance that it is raining right now. Man, I'm good at this stuff. While I'm turning the reins of the disc over to JT here, man, that rain really helped get some frost out. And the extra moisture just helps sink the disc into the ground. Seems to be doing a little bit better job out here. I'm gonna let him do that. I'm gonna jump with the skid steer here, clean up a few more rock, and just do a few odds and end jobs that I want to get done with this thing before I get it broke up. Still don't have the grapple fork down here. It was just one last tree to move, but I took the skid steer here, got it set on the bucket. Now he should be able to get it over to the hole. While he's taking that over, I'm gonna work on gathering all these sticks and stumps and stuff up so I can push it onto his bucket and get them over to the hole. So the extra moisture for tillage is a help, but when it comes to running the payloader and the skid steer, it's kind of just causing a mess and causing us to spin all the time. As you can see, it's like we're mud running. Really wish we would have grabbed that grapple bucket for the other payloader, because here we are just struggling trying to get these trees to the pile. I've almost been impaled. This is maybe the danger zone to be standing. We're making do with what we got though, I guess. I had to get in the skid steer and get these branches all pushed up yet. Yep, there we go. Instead of actually pushing it to the pile, we'll just spread it all up before the pile. Good job, Cameron. Oh, this is not the easiest job though. I gotta give him a little credit here. There we go. Now he's doing a little better. That mud just makes this really hard to work with. What we should be doing is working in the shop, taking a day off and letting this stuff dry out. There's not a lot of shop work to do and I don't want to take a day off. We're in a hole. We're in a big hole. Oh my. Guys, this is a little scary. Nobody tell Joey. We're really living life on the edge here. I may need some of assistance. Maybe I can get it out of there though. We'll give it a try. Well, crisis averted. We did not tip upside down completely, just partially. And as long as Joey doesn't find out, it basically didn't happen. It's like Joey's out here just driving around with the payloader, finding more rocks for us to pick. He's digging them all out. Oh boy, he's got a mess here. These are like limestone rocks. Not normal to have this in our area. There you go, Joey. Take her to the hole. Now he's with the payloader taking stuff away. I'm out here kind of repurposing this, filling this hole back in, sorting the rock and the dirt pile here away from the dirt. Well, the Wishick disc has covered some ground now. We're trying to come up with a plan on how we're gonna get this ripped up to black soil and get this sod tore up. So we got the quick till out here. I don't know what our plan is yet. So far this plan is not working. Yeah, we got the quick till out here. The Wishick disc went east and west. Now the quick till is trying to chop this up north and south, but it's not going down very far. Which, yeah, that's not doing a whole lot. I don't know what the plan is here. This is 2 passes with the quick till and it still does not look good. This is gonna take a lot of tillage to get this sod busted up. Well, I think I'm done with skid steer work for now. And excavator and wheel loader, payloader work is pretty much done as well. JT's running the disc, Cameron's running the quick till, and the quick till's not doing a whole lot, but we are gonna hit it with 1 pass of that just because, I don't know why, for funsies, I guess. So I'm gonna run home and grab the cultivator and see what that does. First, we'll record Joey here. There's a bit of a hole and a lip here, so he's taking the payloader and pushing it into this little hole. That'll work a lot better when we're coming along with the bean heads. This will just flex through here a lot better. It's just kind of a dip and kind of a ridge. So we're removing both of them and making it look normal. So I do think the high moisture in the soil because of this fresh rain we got is helping us with the Wishick disc and helping it go down and rip the sod a little bit better, but hurting us with the quick till, which is a high-speed disc. They just don't like wet, muddy conditions. They just don't. They like the moisture to be almost perfect consistency, dryness and moistness. I don't know. They work when they work, then don't work when they don't work. That's for sure. Oh, this tractor starts so good with that brand new starter in it. Okay, look, see if this thing's hooked up. Glad thing I came out here to do a double check because this is not hooked up. I don't know why that's popped out. Pins in, tire looks round. Hey, these tires feel solid, but at the rate I'm going, I got a 20-mile drive with this thing. And at the rate I'm going, I'll probably blow all 4 of them. Okay, other than everything I just looked at, this thing should be ready to go because we did go through it, change a bunch of shovels and check the frame for cracks in the welds, and we should be good to go. We just got to get it folded up. It might just be in my head, but it just seems super sketchy when you got equipment, large equipment by that, folded up, just so much in the air, so much is going on. I think you drive it down the road at like 25 miles an hour, it always seems to work, but just seems sketchy. Does anybody else feel that way? Not only is it a little nerve-wracking driving that big of a piece of equipment down the road, and then we gotta bring it on a road like this, all the farming excitement's around here. You know, I think I'm gonna come up with a new motto. If you don't look back, you don't have any flat tires, right? Well, we made it. No destruction. Time to get unfolded and see if this is actually gonna do anything or if it's just gonna make a giant mess. I don't know yet. We're learning as we go here, guys. Well, I'm out here cultivating in the parts that we have not run the Wishick disc, and it's actually doing a really good job. It's going down and it's ripping soil. Maybe this is the play, go across it first with this and then the disc. Even though he already made it across most of it with the disc the first time, we're learning as we go. That's for sure. You know, I think I really like this. We went across it first with the Wishick disc and then hit it with the quick till to kind of chop up the chunks the opposite direction so this thing won't plug. Now I'm running across it with the cultivator and it's actually going down. It's not plugging. And I'm really getting a lot of the sod to turn over and roll up to the surface. Like, you can definitely see my line in the field where the cultivator went and where we have not gone yet. Now, it is still gonna take a lot of passes out here. It is still, these are not optimal seeding conditions yet. This cultivator pass is definitely meaning a lot of progress. I'm not sure what we do now. Do we heavy harrow it a bunch of times and try to bust these sod chunks up? We need to plant into dirt, not chunks. That does not make good seed to soil contact. I don't know what the next option is. Do we hit it with another Wishick disc? Do we hit it with the quick till 6 times after this and the cultivator again? I don't know. I'm assuming it's going to take probably 8 passes till we're done, but we're making progress.